Hey guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing the all-new 2024 Nissan Altima SR Premium.
And a big thanks to Red at Courtesy Nissan in Tampa, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Red.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the Altima has been Nissan's midsize sedan since 1992. That's when the first generation was released. The 6th generation Altima that you see here was released in 2019, facelifted last year for 2023, and for 2024, not a whole lot has changed outside of the Altima's connected services, which includes features like the remote engine start, remote locking, and the emergency calling. It's now included for 3 years as opposed to the previous 6-month trial, which is great news for anybody considering a lease. The 2024 Altima is available in 4 different trims, starting with the base $25,000 S, all the way up to the $35,000 SR Turbo. Here we have the SR sitting right in the middle of the pack with a $28,000 base price. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So up front, we get LED projector headlamps and an LED daytime running light, updated Nissan badge outline in white with a lava red SR badge in the corner. I'm really liking the blacked out grille here. I kind of wish the paint color had some type of contrast to the black grille. Literally any other color would give this grille a much more popping look. The V-Motion for the grille has some subtle smoked chrome, that's appreciated too, but again, it would pop a little bit more if this was a white, gray, anything but a black paint color. We don't have any functional airflow in the corner, but that honeycomb design does add a little bit of the aggressive styling to this sedan, giving it a more premium look as opposed to just an all plastic bumper area. I'm also liking the lines in the hood, making it a lot easier to actually direct the vehicle from the driver's seat, giving you a very good view of the right side of the front end. The wheel and tire setup, also a big reason to why people go for the SR. The rims say SR, they are black and silver contrasted 19-inch rims with the updated Nissan badge in the center. These are Bridgestone Turenza LS100 all-season tires, dimensions being 235/40 R19. We'll see how the 40 series sidewalls do when it comes to ride quality, but the 235 wide tires should be more than enough to put the power for this 2.5 liter 4-cylinder to the ground. I like the body lines too, directly from the front fender area going all the way out to the rear, connected through that little rocker panel side skirt area. Additional body line going through the door handle area too. A little bit of shiny chrome for the bottom part of the window trim, but all blacked out from the mirror caps and up. Blacked out B and C pillar with a moonroof or sunroof right up top. Shark fin style antenna. The mirrors are blacked out. Again, they would pop more if the paint color wasn't also black. We don't get any blind spot monitoring on the glass. I'll show you where the blind spot monitoring is. It's on the inside part of the mirror. We have smart access for the driver and the front passenger. Same rear wheel and tire setup. The only difference is a smaller brake caliper. We don't get a push to open gas cap. I'll show you where the latch is inside. Out rear, we get incandescent taillights, no LEDs. The reverse light's not LED either. The exhaust tips, we do get duals. Those look aggressive. We'll get back to that in 1 second. Updated Nissan badge. Shout out Courtesy Nissan in Tampa, Florida for helping make this review possible. We get a gunmetal gray smoked Altima badge. Lava red SR badge in the corner, full rear parking sensing, dual exhaust tips with an aggressive diffuser between them. And speaking of the dual exhaust tips, let's fire up this 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder and hear how she sounds. Alright guys, that was the sound of the 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder sold by Nissan for the 2024 Altima. It sounds okay. We don't get a rev limiter, which makes it sound a little bit more aggressive when you're in park. Cranking out 188 horsepower, 180 pound-feet of torque, enough to get this midsize sedan made it to a CVT to 60 in about 8.5 seconds. The engine does seem to be pushed forward quite a bit. It's completely in front of the front axle, so we'll see how the handling is, but the strut towers have an aluminum brace connecting to, which should stiffen things up quite a bit. Anyway, we can shut this hood right down. We don't get any hydraulic struts, wouldn't be expected at the $28,000 price point. But as we mentioned, we do get the premium package here on this 2024 Altima SR. So we'll see what we get with that, which in my opinion is a really good value. Again, smart access for the driver and the front passenger. Taking a step inside, up top we get soft touch materials, aluminum door handle, aluminum for the top part of this door trim, a little bit of hard plastic separating the soft leather stitch trim with white and red contrast stitching. We get an auto one-touch window for the driver, power windows for everyone else, lock and unlock, 4-way adjustable mirrors. Ton of storage down below. You'll fit a foot long easily in a 24-ounce water bottle. You get one speaker on the door panel, and this lights up for your blind spot monitoring. Part of the premium package are these super comfortable leather seats. We get some quilts for the bolstering, some red contrast dots, small lava red contrast stitching, and more of that white contrast stitching too. The seats are really comfortable. You have two-way lumbar control, recline, drop, lift, and slide the front seats. Taking a step inside, we can really check it out. The floor mats also say Altima SR. Hopefully you can pick that up on camera. But foot on the brake, engine start, stop, and everything fires right to life. So outside of the leather seats, another huge difference with this interior with the premium package is this 12.3-inch touchscreen. You don't get that without the premium package unless you go up to the higher trims. The steering wheel, we mentioned it last year for 2023, very thick. The 10-2 doesn't poke out very far, but not a big deal for relatively an economy car. We get red contrast stitching as part of the wheel, a flat bottom, and an aluminum frame. The horn area is rubberized. The horn itself, not very loud or aggressive, but hopefully people still get out of your way. We have volume and skip controls on the left side, adjustments for the digital gauge display. On the right side, cruise control adjustments, voice commands, you can hang up and answer your phone calls. The stocks have a really satisfying click, auto headlamps, and auto high beams. We don't get auto rain sensing wipers, but the intermittent stock right there in the center. We get a tilt and telescoping steering wheel, interior brightness, trunk release, and trip reset. We get the gas cap release, parking brake, and our hood latch release all in the corner. Hopefully you get a good look at your pedals down below. The dashboard is all soft touch material and leather stitched up top. Very premium touch. We mentioned the 12.3-inch touchscreen that you get on this premium package. The home screen, you're looking right at it. You can see your call history, Apple CarPlay, map to the side of it. We also have connections, all apps, weather, Nissan Connect services, Alexa, and the gas prices right outside of it too. Blank screen, more blank screens. You can adjust all of those to your liking. We'll check out the map right now. Very good response too with this touchscreen. The map also has excellent response. Responds basically just like an iPhone. Huge thumbs up to Nissan. We also get our music, phone settings, and the overall adjustments right down below with the notifications. You guys can pause, take a look at all of these. My personal favorite screen to look at all time would be the map, so we'll leave it there. We have our brightness adjustments, volume, and skip in the center, and you can check out the camera at all times or adjust the camera with a click of a button. So if you go back to the map, you just simply press the return. A little bit of gloss black, which looks like it has some carbon flare to it for the middle part of this dashboard. Air vents right up top with the hazards in the center. We don't get any automatic climate control, but personally I don't think that's a problem. We still get the adjustments on the right side for the temperature and the vent controls to the left. I use manual climate usually, even in vehicles with auto climate, so in my opinion, not a big deal. We get heated seats, defrosters, recirculation, and the location for the vents. Wireless charging pad, USB A and C port, and a 12-volt right next to it. We get really soft leather stitch trim for where your knee will often hit with white and lava red contrast stitching. Engine start stop button is in an interesting location, but you'll figure it out once you start it up once or twice. The gear selector controls the CVT transmission. Backup camera, we can take a look. Not the best resolution, but it's a very wide display with guidance lines and trajectory. Nice, throwing right back into park, and it immediately returns us right back to the map. Nice little slot for the keys. We'll throw the keys in there for demonstration purposes. You'll fit 24-ounce bottles in these cup holders, and the centerpiece looks like it is removable. I'm not going to remove it, but it is doable if you'd like. The armrest is also gushy soft with lava red and white contrast stitching, one of the softer ones in the segment, and the space is also impressive. You're fitting 8 to 10 12-ounce cans with no problem. No pen holders up top, but as you mentioned, very spacious center console. The glove box, you can pull this latch. It's damped, large, not lined with felt, but you're fitting 25, 30 license plates in there. Easily fitting a pair of shoes. If you're under a size 10, you might be able to fit 2 pairs of shoes. Shutting it right up. We don't get a frameless or auto dimming rear view mirror. You got to pull this flappy thing to dim it. Sunglass holder. Interior lights do not appear to be LED, but they still do the job. We can open up the sunroof with a click of a button. It opens up pretty quickly. See if it goes out any further. It does not, but it goes out just about to the end of the front row. Beautiful day today in Tampa, Florida. It's sunny and 88 degrees according to this Altima. We'll shut the glass right up, leave the shade open, so when we hop out back, you can see how much light is brought into the cabin. And that's about it for the front seat at least on this 2024 Nissan Altima SR front-wheel drive sedan. So standard features, you guys can pause, take a look. It is loaded with standard features. Oops. $27,930 base price, $245 for the splash guards, $365 for the floor mats, $195 for the organizer tray, and $2,890 for the premium package. With the premium package, you get the power sliding moonroof with tilt, leather seats, heated front seats, driver's seat power lumbar support, 4-way power passenger seat, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, 12.3-inch touchscreen, wireless charging pad, Sirius XM 360 Plus, Sirius XM Travel Plus Travel Link, Nissan Connect services, Alexa built-in, Wi-Fi hotspot, navigation, and a leather-wrapped and stitched steering wheel. After about an $1,100 destination charge, we're totaled out a tick under $33,000. Fuel economy is excellent. We get over 30 combined MPGs, 31 combined, 27 in the city, 37 on the highway. That's about it though, guys. Let's hop out back, see how much space is offered back there, as well as the overall quality of the materials. I also really like the tints we get here on this SR. I believe that's a dealer installed option, but it still looks super clean. Up top, out rear, we get hard plastic but soft material in the center and a gushy soft armrest, decent amount of storage for the armrest area, and you'll squeeze quite a bit of car accessories. 24-ounce bottle will fit with no problem. The rear seats, we still get the leather stitching. They're cloth for the side portion, but the areas you'll be touching is all leather, and the padding goes all the way out to the door frame, so very couch-like seating. Taking a step inside, I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall, sitting behind my seat settings, and I still have at least 7-8 inches of knee room. Headroom, I'm starting to cut it a little bit close. I got about ½ an inch to an inch, but I can just scoot my butt forward a little bit, compromise some of my knee room. Now I got 2-3 inches of headroom. So if you're under 6'5", 6'6", you'll sit in the back of the 2024 Altima with no problem. We don't get air vents, unfortunately, for the back seat, at least none that blow directly in your face. There is something going on under the front seats, but nothing that blows into your face. USB-A and C port underneath though. The center armrest, you got to jab your hand into it to access it, but it's pretty soft leatherette trim. You'll fit 24-ounce bottles in there with no problem. The interior lights don't appear to be LED, but they weren't up front, so I wouldn't expect them to be out rear. Ton of light brought into the cabin though, thanks to that decently sized moonroof. It's not a panoramic or anything, but for a sunroof, for a moonroof, it is not bad when it comes to size for part of a $2,800 package that includes so much else. That's about it though, guys, for the back seat of the 2024 Altima SR Premium. Let's hop out back towards the cargo space, see how much space is offered back here, and then take this car out for a drive. So it doesn't have any type of hydraulic or electric assist, but it doesn't need to. The opening here is massive. Ton of cargo space too. You can probably squeeze 2 golf bags between the wheel wells and the back of this trunk area. You'll easily fit a golf bag or diagonally too. You get the latches to fold down the rear seat 60-40 split, and you fold them down, I'd expect you to fit a 55 to 60 inch TV back here. The wheel wells do protrude, but they don't protrude enough for you to not be able to fit a pretty large TV. So in my opinion, that is a thumbs up. Very low floor too, allowing you to really maximize the amount of space. You got your jack and tire iron with your donut right down beneath. We'll shut everything right back down. Cool, we can shut this trunk too. Take a step back, walk around this 2024 Nissan Altima SR Premium one more time. It is a really premium looking sedan. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think, but from the side profile, like right here, I can see a lot of Lexus heritage. This looks a little bit like a Lexus ES, or it could pass from a Lexus for a Lexus ES from certain angles. Performance-wise, let's take this 2024 Nissan Altima SR out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the all-new 2024 Nissan Altima SR Premium. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impression, though, it's not very heavy steering, and matter of fact, it's actually extremely light, especially for the segment that it's in. Over the bumps, I was worried about the 40 series sidewall tires, but they still keep this ride quality excellent. Not quite as plush as like an S or even an SV with the 50 or 45 series sidewall tires, but it still has really, really good ride quality. Nissan did a great job with the suspension. Over the bumps, yeah, like wonderful, wonderful ride quality. That guy in the Camaro is flying. He's been making all sorts of noises the entire time. I don't know why, but I guess he's testing it out. This isn't the best road to be testing out a car like that. But anyway, testing out a car like this is a perfectly fine road
on concrete pavement, it stays very nice and quiet. Not a whole lot of road noise. We'll take it on to some higher speeds and check out the wind noise. We'll do a window check, see if we get dual panes. We do get dual panes. Now that's a premium touch on a vehicle starting under 30,000 bucks. About the body roll and turning radius test, if that was English, but the body roll is super limited. Turning radius is super sharp. Hopefully you can pick it up on camera. Coming out, solid power. Woo! Good top end. Coming out of the Nissan Frontier with a very powerful 310 horsepower V6 engine. This really does not feel a whole lot slower, if at all. We'll come to a complete stop, try out an acceleration off the line as soon as this G passes. Okay, off the line, on the gas. Good torque, yeah. Woo! Yeah, picks up speed, nice. And while I can see 0 to 60 happening in the lower 8-second range, if the Frontier is a 7-second 0 to 60 car, this does not feel more than, say, half a second to a second slower than that. Throwing it in a little bit quicker than we should. Body roll stays limited on the gas. Solid power, and it feels really consistent through that rev range. From the moment you step on the gas to the red line at about 6,400 RPM, the power really feels extremely consistent. We'll take a step out onto this multiple lane highway, try out these manual shifts. They're just ratios, they're not actual gears for the CVT. But either way, let's check them out. On the gas, first gear. Woo! Shift. Woo! You feel a little surge of power during the shifts. Not quite sure what that's from, but it does do it. Checking out rev match downshifts, it does give you a little bit of a rev match downshift. Turning radius, real world, very sharp on the gas. Oh, good low end. It shifts for you at around 6,000 when you're in the manual shifts. Otherwise, it would hold the revs at about 63, 6,400. So if you're looking for like the performance, or if you're going for performance, I recommend just leaving it in regular drive. And speaking of regular drive, at about 45 miles per hour, you don't hear any wind noise. The road noise still stays super limited, especially since it was super limited on the concrete pavement. On the darker asphalt, it's going to be a lot quieter. Steering feel through the turn, super direct. Nissan knocked the steering rack for this vehicle and the steering wheel out of the park. Definitely one of the best feels in the segment. Better than the Accord, better than the Camry by far. The only concern that I would really have compared to those two vehicles would be reliability, and considering the fact that the new Accord is either a hybrid or a turbo and a CVT either way, I don't see why this would be any less reliable than the new Accord, if not more reliable than the new Accord. The Camry still uses that conventional 8-speed automatic transmission and the 2.5-liter 4-cylinder similar to what we have here. So yes, the Camry should be a little bit more reliable for now, but the Camry's 10 times more boring. It doesn't look as cool. The interior is not as high-tech, it's not as nice, it's not as luxurious, and it's not as spacious. So if you're looking for the more spacious, more stylish, more luxurious vehicle under the $30,000 price point, even with the premium package, we're looking at a $30,000 base price, and I would definitely recommend checking it out. I really don't see how you're going to get more vehicle for the money, unless you're just looking for something with a lot more performance, or unless you're looking for an SUV. If you're looking for a sedan with a lot of features, a ton of space, and great looks, I would definitely recommend checking out the 2024 Nissan Altima SR Premium. And a big thanks to Red at Courtesy Nissan in Tampa, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to their inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Red. And huge thanks to all of you for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too, it really helps me out the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment, let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment, let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.